You don't need 8 hours of sleep. You need depth. There are monks who sleep 4 hours and wake up with more clarity, more energy, more presence than you do after 8. Why? Because they know something you've forgotten. They know how to flip the off switch. And tonight, I'm going to teach you how to find yours. Let me describe your nights. Tell me if I'm wrong. You're exhausted, completely drained. You drag yourself to bed, and the moment your head hits that pillow, something happens. Your brain wakes up, fully, violently. It starts replaying the day, that conversation you had, what you should have said, the email you forgot to send, the deadline looming tomorrow. Your body is lying down, but your brain is running a marathon. You check the clock. 11:47 p.m. You close your eyes. You try to force yourself to sleep, but you can't force sleep. So you lie there, frustrated, angry at yourself. You check the clock again. 12:23 a.m. You've been lying there for 36 minutes and you're more awake now than when you got into bed. Maybe you scroll your phone. That'll tire you out, right? Wrong. Blue light. Dopamine hits. Now you're wired and tired. The worst combination. Finally, maybe around 2 a.m., exhaustion wins. You pass out. But it's not sleep. It's collapse. And when the alarm goes off at 6:30, you wake up feeling like you've been hit by a truck, more tired than when you went to bed. And this happens night after night. Your sleep isn't restorative anymore. It's just a gap between one exhausting day and the next. The psychology and science. But here's what's actually happening. And once you understand this, you'll never struggle with sleep the same way again. Your nervous system has 2 modes. The sympathetic nervous system. That's your fight or flight mode. Heart rate up, pupils dilated. This is the mode you've been in all day, at work, in traffic, dealing with problems. Your sympathetic system has been running at full capacity for 16 hours straight. Then there's the parasympathetic nervous system. Rest and digest. This is the brake pedal. Heart rate down, breathing slows, repair begins. This is the mode you need to sleep. This is the off switch. Here's the problem. Most men try to sleep while their sympathetic system is still firing. You're lying in bed, but your brain thinks you're still in danger. It hasn't received the signal that you're safe, that the day is over, that it's time to power down. You can't think your way into the parasympathetic state. You need to hack the system. You need to send a physical signal that bypasses your thoughts and speaks directly to your nervous system. This is where the vagus nerve comes in. It's the longest nerve in your body. It runs from your brainstem down through your chest, your heart, your lungs, your gut. It's the master switch for the parasympathetic system. When you stimulate the vagus nerve correctly, your heart rate drops, your breathing deepens, your brain gets the message, we're safe, permission to shut down. The ancient meditation masters didn't know about the vagus nerve, but they knew about the state. They called it yoga nidra, non-sleep, deep rest. Modern neuroscience has now mapped the exact mechanisms, and you're about to learn how to use them. Think about a car engine. You've been driving at 100 miles per hour all day, redlining. And then you pull into your driveway, turn off the ignition, and expect the engine to be cold immediately. It doesn't work that way. The engine keeps ticking. It stays hot. It needs time to cool down. Your brain is that engine. You've been trying to go from 100 to 0 in seconds. You need a cool down protocol. This ritual is your coolant. 2 minutes to signal that the race is over. The 2-minute shutdown sequence. So here it is. The 2-minute shutdown sequence. You do this in bed. Lights off, phone away. You're lying on your back, arms at your sides. Step 1. The physiological sigh. 60 seconds. This is the fastest way to dump stress from your system. It works in under 90 seconds. Here's how you do it. Breathe in through your nose, but not just one inhale. 2. A double inhale. The first inhale fills your lungs about 80%. Then, without exhaling, you take a second sharp inhale through your nose to top off the lungs completely. Hold it for just a second. Now, exhale through your mouth. Long, slow, audible. Make it last twice as long as the inhale. This is a sigh. A real sigh. The kind you do when you're relieved. Do this 3 times. Inhale, inhale, long exhale. Inhale, inhale, long exhale. Inhale, inhale, long exhale. Here's what's happening. When you do that double inhale, you're reinflating the air sacs in your lungs that have collapsed from shallow breathing all day. And when you do that long exhale, you're dumping carbon dioxide. CO2 is linked to the feeling of stress and panic. When you expel it completely, your nervous system gets a chemical signal. The threat is gone. 3 cycles. You'll feel your heart rate drop. You'll feel a wave of calm move through you. That's the vagus nerve activating. That's the switch flipping. Step 2. The peripheral shift. 60 seconds. Now comes the subtle part. This is where you move your awareness out of your head and into your body. Most insomnia happens because you're trapped in your thinking brain. The planning, analyzing, worrying part. We're going to move you out of there and into your peripheral nervous system. Keep your eyes closed, gently, and bring your attention to your right hand. Not your thoughts about your right hand, the actual sensations. Can you feel the weight of it on the bed? The temperature? The tingling? The subtle pulse of blood moving through your fingers? Stay there for 10 seconds, just feeling, no thinking, just sensation. Now shift to your left hand. Same thing. Feel the weight, the temperature, the aliveness. 10 seconds. Now your right foot. Feel your toes, the heel, the contact with the bed. 10 seconds. Now your left foot. Same awareness. Gentle, curious. 10 seconds. Here's what you're doing. The thinking brain is located in the front and center of your head. When you move your awareness to your hands and feet, you're literally moving neural activity away from that region. You're redistributing the electricity, and the thinking brain starts to quiet. This is an ancient technique, body scanning. It works because the brain follows attention. Where you place your awareness is where the energy goes. Now, feel your eyelids. Feel the weight of them. They're heavy. Gravity is pulling on them. Let them get heavier. Feel them sinking deeper into the sockets. And now, imagine your brain, the physical organ. Imagine it sinking into the back of your skull, melting into the pillow. There's no effort here, just the image. Let your brain be heavy. Let it settle. Let it rest. Keep your attention on the periphery, on your hands, your feet, your eyelids, your brain sinking. And just wait. Don't try to sleep. You're just resting in this state. Aware but not thinking. Present but not planning. This is the threshold. This is the doorway. And if you stay here, if you don't chase sleep but just rest in this awareness, sleep will come and take you. Gently. Naturally. 2 minutes. That's all it takes to flip the switch. To signal to your nervous system that the day is over, that you are safe. And here's what's going to happen when you make this a practice. You're going to fall asleep faster. Not in 2 hours, in minutes. Maybe even seconds once your body learns the pattern. You're going to sleep deeper, because you're not just collapsing from exhaustion. You're entering rest from a parasympathetic state. Your body knows it has permission to do the deep work, to clean out the metabolic waste from your brain, to consolidate memories, to repair and restore. And you're going to wake up different. Not groggy, not heavy, but clear, rested, ready, like you've actually recharged. But this goes beyond sleep. This ritual teaches you something profound, that your nervous system isn't some wild animal you can't tame. It's a system, and systems respond to inputs. You are learning to speak the language your body understands. Physical signals, not mental commands. And once you know how to flip the off switch at night, you can flip it during the day. In moments of stress, in moments of overwhelm. 2 minutes, and you reset. Sleep is not just rest. Sleep is where you rebuild your reality. It's where your brain processes everything you've experienced. It's where your body heals. It's where you integrate. And when you sleep deeply, you wake up as a different person. Sharper, calmer, more capable. You've been fighting for sleep, trying to force it. But sleep is surrender, and surrender requires safety. This ritual creates that safety. It tells your nervous system, you can let go now. It's time to rest. So tonight, before you try to sleep, do this. 2 minutes. The double inhale, the long exhale. 3 times. Then the peripheral shift. Hands, feet, eyelids, brain sinking. And just wait. Don't try. Just be. And tomorrow morning, if this worked for you, if you fell asleep faster, if you slept deeper, come back here and type "system offline" in the comments. You don't need more hours. You need depth. And depth comes from knowing how to shut down. The switch is inside you. You've always had it. You just forgot where it was. Now you remember. It's time to flip it. It's time to rest.